Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. For this week's vlog, we are going to continue on with our second class of the MBA program. I'm working on C202, which is managing human capital, which is all about human resources. So I'm really excited. I've gotten up to chapter 2. So today, Sunday, we are going to continue on and start chapter 3, hopefully finish chapter 3. That's the goal. It is 12 p.m. so we have a lot to do and I still want to meal prep. So we'll see how far we can get through. I picked myself up a planner. I got this at Marshall's the other day because I'm doing some Pilates. Be sure to follow me on TikTok. I have a whole playlist on that. So I am going to really stick to this journal. Not a journal, what is this? An agenda. So I decided to map out this one. You can map out by the month. So I have my monthly goals, which is for my MBA, finished 2 classes or 3 classes actually for the month of July. For now, I'm going to, just because it's in my mind, I'm going to make a list of things that I'm going to need for meal prep because I am trying to lose some weight. I set myself a goal of losing 10 pounds in 6 weeks. And so far I'm down 5 pounds and I have 3 weeks left to lose another 5. So I'm really excited. I am going to write down quickly what I want for meal prep, and I'm not going to go grocery shopping right now. I'm going to go later, but I just want to have it just so I can get it out of my head because I'm literally finding any excuse to procrastinate. So let's just go ahead and write down our ingredients for now. So on the bright side, I actually have pretty much all of the ingredients that I want for my meal prep this week. I'm thinking for breakfast, some chia seed pudding with some mango on top. So I do need to get pretty much all of the ingredients for that, except for chia seeds. I do have those, but I need to get like mango, coconut milk, granola. I like these granola clusters with coconut from Aldi, so I'll need to go there specifically, and some bananas. Then for a snack, because I'm an anxious eater, so I want to pack some snacks that I can eat throughout the day. So I want to pack some carrots and hummus, mozzarella cheese balls that I have, and then also a sausage, and I can eat half of that in the morning and then the other half in the afternoon. And then for lunch, I have beef bulgogi from Trader Joe's, the shiitake garlic green beans also from Trader Joe's, and then I have kimchi that I'll pair with it. So I already have all the ingredients. I don't need to go buy any. And then for dinner, I'll just have whatever my mom made for the night, which is such a privilege and such an honor to be able to have a good relationship with my parents and be able to live at home and eat the food that my mom makes. So I'm so fortunate and blessed to have that option. Me again. It is now 6:48 p.m. We've had a day. So I went ahead and printed out my study guide for the class. And now I'm going to watch a 20-minute video that is all about chapters 1 through 4. Then I'm going to answer the study guide as I see if anything pertains to it. And that's going to be it for tonight because I'm literally so tired. And I also want to go to Five Below. So priorities, you know, priorities. So let's go ahead and get started. Should be studying because I have so much work to do in order to finish by this Thursday for our second class. But am I going home? No. Am I at the casino? Yes. Why? Because my friends are getting together and I figured it's summertime. You know, why not? I know I should be at home studying right after work, but we're just gonna grab dinner and then we're gonna go home. So let's have fun and then we'll go study. I feel like I also wanna be realistic. This is very much, you know, the part of life. Like I wanna be able to enjoy life as much as possible while I'm in school. And I think this is a good practice for when I'm in law school, being able to balance both some fun and work. In this case, it'll be all school. So, you know, it's a win-win maybe. I hear my friends. Oh, I see them. This is where we are going to eat blazing noodles. I'm so excited, never been, but looks delish. I got salt and pepper wings, vegetable egg rolls, and then we have meat chow mein with shrimp on the side because our husband does not like shrimp. Pad see ew, and pot stickers. Yummy. Guys, excuse the look. I'm in bed. It's 8 p.m. I'm literally so tired. I've been home for like an hour now, and I hung out with my parents for a little bit, helped clean up the kitchen, but I'm gonna be so real with you. I'm gonna go to bed because I am just exhausted. It is 5:43 a.m. and we're up. I'm actually up way later than I wanted to be, but that's because I was just too tired. I'm so just sleepy, but I think I finally caught up on my sleep. But we're gonna quickly get ready. The goal is to start Pilates by 6 in the morning. Luckily, I don't have to be at work until 7:30, so we can do a 6 to 6:30. Take a shower. My lunch is already packed, and I just have to put it together, make my latte, and then head off to work by like 7:10. So let's quickly get ready. Oh, and then I'm also doing Pilates from my house, so super easy. Stay tuned for that. Okay, we have the Pilates board set up, my little station. I think I'm gonna do some stretches first. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited. I found the video. This one seems a little more beginner for me. So it is day 1 out of 7 challenge to kickstart your Pilates journey from 28 Pilates. Let's get started. That was literally like not even 15 minutes. I think it was like 14 minutes of a workout. I'm sweating. Like you can actually see how much I am working up a sweat. That was so good. I really liked it. I can't wait to do it again. It is, what time is it? It is 6:22 in the morning. So it's time to quickly take a shower and get ready for work. And then make sure that we finish chapter 3 because we need to catch up. And like I said, we're holding myself accountable. So let's go. It's 7:01 in the morning. We are out of the shower. We got ready for work. Now let's make our latte, pack our lunch, and then head off to work. Here's everything I'm packing for lunch. For breakfast, I have this chia seed pudding with coconut milk and Greek yogurt at the bottom, topped with some mangoes. For snacks, I'm taking a lot of fruit. I have some cantaloupe, a bunch of cherries. For lunch, I have Korean beef bulgogi from Trader Joe's, the shiitake garlic green beans, and some fried rice my mom made. And then I'm going to my boyfriend's house after work. So I made pizza on Friday and I'm bringing him all the leftovers that I'm not going to eat. So that is what we're packing for lunch. All right, we made it. It is after work. It is 5:18 p.m. and we are going to continue learning about risk management. I kind of just did a little bit more, but we're going to keep going at it. The goal is just to completely finish chapter 3. Chapter 3 is all about employment law and, funny enough, diversity and inclusion, which feels really funny and interesting to learn given everything that's happening in the US political system and how all of that has been gutted out. But we're hopeful that it's going to come back bigger, stronger, and even better. So we're going to learn it anyway. We're going to do really well on it. And the goal is to take the final on Thursday. So today's day 2 of finals week. Let's go ahead and start the study montage because I'm going to be on my phone if I don't. So let's do it. So we're about an hour into studying and we're learning about diversity and inclusion, win over risks. And one of the questions that I think is pretty interesting, so I'm going to go over it with you, is how would you, oh, actually, hold on, let me read this at the top. Okay, so this is an exercise. We are practicing risk management for software engineers. Nearly 75% of Silicon Valley computer and mathematical employees ages 35 to 44 are foreign born. Many technology companies face the risk of losing an important part of their workforce if these employees leave the United States due to political or economic changes, or if they become bored with their work. Some other reasons employees might consider leaving include the ability to earn higher Western-style salaries, be near their families, and raise their children in their home cultures. So with that in mind, read the following question. The question is, how would you address this risk? What would you do to monitor the success of your interventions? And this is what I wrote. So when we were reviewing risk management, we went over the 4 different types of categories of risks. So you have avoidance, which means you're not going to get involved at all. An example of this would be, for example, if you were going to acquire or merge a company and you realize that the cultures don't fit, then you just don't even buy out that company at all. You don't merge. Reduction would be to mitigate or reduce the risk. An example of this would be to conduct contingency and succession planning and employee development activities to make sure that the company's leadership pipeline is secure, or alternatively train all hiring managers and recruiters in common hiring biases. That way employment laws and organization interview process are consistent all around. So that would be reduction. The third is sharing risks. So this would be transferring the risk by outsourcing or insuring it. An example of this would be to decide to outsource employee background checks to a trusted third-party vendor. And the last one is retention. So retention risks are risks that you're willing to accept and budget for that risk. So in this case, this is what I would consider a retention risk. So if someone is foreign born, me as a company owner, I would accept the risk of this and set aside money to fund visas for not only the employees, but for the families as well, because that can help address the risk of the employee feeling lonely, perhaps wanting to go back to their family, wanting to provide a better life, and making sure that their family is also here with them, and paying them obviously a competitive salary to make sure that they feel supported, that they feel like they want to stay with the company and are willing to provide their best work possible. So I thought that was pretty fun, so I definitely wanted to share.
I already ate, but I made noodles and it has so little spice that you literally can't even see it. And then I also just heated up some pizza. So I'm going to save that for later. And then my boyfriend's mom gave us a bunch of fruit, so I've been snacking on that as well. And we're going to get back to it.
All right, dinner ended up being a little bit longer than anticipated because I ended up getting a migraine or like a headache. I don't know, but I had to take like some time off, step away from the computer, step away from the phone, and literally just close my eyes. Like I couldn't even keep my eyes open to so much light because it was just way too much. My boyfriend put some icy hot on my head and I just shut my eyes and rested for a little bit, but it is now 9:38. I feel much better. I've been hydrating just in case it was the sodium from the noodles, which is crazy because I really didn't eat much noodles. So I don't know. Either way, I've been hydrating, and now it's time to learn about laws and definitions about common law and workplace torts.
Final verdict. We finished half of chapter 3. We'll finish it tomorrow. Time to go home and go to sleep because it is 11:24 and we got to go to work tomorrow. Check in tomorrow. Say bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, it is now after work. I've changed, I've had dinner. It is 6:46 p.m. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. I think we're gonna call it a night tonight because I already scheduled my exam and I scheduled it for Sunday afternoon. So that gives us extra days. So we're gonna end the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next vlog because we will be taking our final and finishing up the rest of the class. So we shall power on and continue to do so.